We want to wait a few more minutes, give some others. I know Jody Eisman wasn't going to attend or be present, period, tonight. Do we want to wait a few more minutes? We have a quorum. There's 4 of us. Yeah, there's 4 of us here. That's what I was thinking. Another minute or even 5 minutes late won't hurt anything. Just checking. Yeah. Thanks.
Kyle is a man of the moment, as they say.
Now, in order to mute is what, *6 on Zoom?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me see.
I can look that up for you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes. Are you on?
I guess it's not *6.
Or like Geraldo, in the left-hand corner, it's a microphone, and you can.
I see. Hey, duh.
I just had to show that to my husband today because he couldn't unmute himself in a Zoom.
I was probably thinking on the phone because a lot of the times I just get on my phone and I think it's *6 for the phone.
Right.
So,
right.
Good. Just as an FYI, for Tuesday's COW meeting, Darlene called me today and we're going to be adding a special meeting after the COW to discuss bank deposits to the treasurer's office. The banks don't want to accept that until it gets approval by the board. So Marisol is going to go ahead and submit a resolution so that we could approve so that those bank statements could be accepted.
Right.
So just as an FYI, I told them to have her come in so we could ask questions.
Yeah. In the past, we always had the board approve the signatures, but for some reason in the last year, we were told we didn't have to do that. But this one bank is like, oh yeah, well, you could think whatever you want, but we're not listening. We're not accepting it without the signature. So, and since it's an account that I think has a lot of our money, we got to take care of that.
Yeah.
Now, Geraldo, she told me it was before the COW. Did she tell you it was after?
What was that?
She told me it was before the COW.
It has to be after the COW because that's on the docket for the COW in the finance part. So it has to be after the meeting. So it's going to be right after the COW. Should be a 5-minute meeting just approving it so they can move on.
That's fine with me. Yeah, she just told me 6:15 on my voicemail.
Oh, okay. I told her that, yeah, we'll go ahead and move forward with that. She'll add it onto the packet that will be sent out, I believe, today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. We do want to be able to access our money at the bank. That seems like not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gotten crazier, believe me. They just found 5 accounts that were basically Marisol had no access to, that they found, that is basically various departments that were able to sort of stash money away, and then there's no accountability as to the use of those accounts because she has no access to those 5 accounts. I said, oh my God. So that's why I want her to respond to that as well too.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle just zoomed in or whatever, so could we get started? Do you know, Geraldo, is Connie coming?
Not sure. No, I don't. I'm not sure.
Connie would be the only one I don't know about. Because like I say, Jody wasn't.
Let's get started.
Wasn't participating. Yeah. Now that Kyle's here, Kyle, are you fully logged on, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, just wanted to double check that we had you going. So yeah, we'll go ahead then, and I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Looks like it's about 6:34 according to the computer here that I'm on. So ask for the roll to be called, please.
Thorsland.
Here.
Dillard Myers. Eisenman. Furtado.
Here.
Goss.
Here.
Patterson.
Here.
Esri.
Present. And as I said earlier, just to get this on, I guess, the record or whatever, but Jody for sure is not going to be here tonight, Ms. Eisenman. Okay, we do have a quorum. Thank you. And just to make note, I am in here at Brookins along with Mr. Hall and recording secretary, Mr. Hall and recording secretary, Ms. Ward. So then move on to approval of agenda and addendum. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Thorsland,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Goss. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I was hoping
Okay.
roll call.
Technically, we do. That's right. I have to remember that for the rest of the night. But yeah, we better go back to do it right. Better do a roll call. So go ahead, Ms. Ward, if you would, please.
Okay. Thorsland,
Yes.
Furtado,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Esri.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do that correctly tonight. Okay, so that is passed and approved, passed or approved and or approved. Number 4, approval of minutes from the June 4th, 2020 meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr.
Second.
Goss, seconded by Mr. Thorsland. Discussion, corrections on these? Seeing and hearing none, we will go ahead and take a roll on this, please. Go ahead with the roll, please.
Thorsland,
Yes.
Furtado,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Esri.
Yes, and Connie appears that she is on here now.
Ah, okay.
Connie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I probably found the link.
Okay, we're just on the approval of the minutes.
Okay.
Did you by chance have anything to?
No, I don't see anything, any problems. Aaron.
Okay, so we're at a roll call. So Ms. Ward, you're the only one who hasn't voted on them. So if,
Dillard Myers.
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Those are approved. We're then on to public participation. I see no public participation on my screen. There is nobody here. Of course, there's not supposed to be anybody, but there's nobody here at Brookins. So we will then move on to communications. Are there any communications?
I do
Go ahead,
have
Connie.
communications.
Go ahead, Connie.
I received a call from one of my District 10 constituents, and she was very concerned about the fact that the numbers for the COVID was going up instead of down, and she was leaning toward it being an issue with the bars and restaurants and stuff, and people not wearing masks. So I listened to what she had to say, and I invited her to the public participation for our meeting on Tuesday or the following Thursday. I'm gonna get her the information that she needs to come on, because I told her, you know, I can listen to whatever she has to say, but I feel like the whole board should hear her concerns.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I'll just make note that when we get to the closed session, we'll just have to pause, and we aren't going to do a separate meeting like we did at the board meeting, but we're just going to have to pause for a bit, give Tim time to stop the recording, lock the meeting, start the recording again for closed session, and then we'll have to do kind of the same process to come back out and finish off the meeting. So but we aren't going to have to close this meeting out and join a new meeting. So it'll be simpler other than just taking a little break. Anything else? from anybody? Seeing none, we'll then move on to 7, new business for information only. We have A, the update regarding residential electronics collection on October 10th, 2020. Ms. Monty.
Yes, today I received word from Parkland College administrators that they will allow for this collection to take place, but we will not be able to use any indoor part of any building at Parkland. So it's a go, and it's probably we'll need to lease or find a tent kind of canopy structure, because usually we have about 100 to 110 persons on site to volunteer for this with the associated staff. And so we'll be outside in the parking lot staging that. So it's a go. And online registration opens on Tuesday, September 1st.
Thank you. Is there questions, comments on this? Seeing and hearing none, we will then move on to B, Zoning Board of Appeals meetings in Zoom. Mr. Hall. Are you unmuted, John? I'm not hearing you through the headset. Well, maybe he's got me.
He's on.
How about now?
I'm
That's
hearing you
good.
now.
Okay. So the Zoning Board of Appeals has had a recent meeting on Zoom. They basically had no meetings from March through May, but we had one meeting and it went well. So we have other meetings coming up. We have one coming up next Thursday. So far, none of the Zoom meetings have been especially difficult. I know zoning board, you may know zoning board meetings can sometimes get quite controversial. We do have one of those coming up at the end of August. I don't see any reason not to proceed. We'll consult with the state's attorney's office for the especially controversial meetings, but so far it seems to be going well. I just wanted to give you that update.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hall. I asked during the, Mr. Hall actually to kind of give us an update during the agenda meeting for Eluc, just to kind of let us know what was happening with a little bit with ZBA. Is there any questions on that? Comments? Okay, seeing none, that kind of leads into also a little bit. We got an update on C, recent employee retirement and department and preparation of minutes for Zoning Board of Appeals meetings. Again, Mr. Hall.
Connie Berry, a longtime department employee, retired at the end of June. Connie was one of our zoning technicians, so she was responsible for doing the intake at the counter, answering inquiries, and importantly, preparing minutes of ZBA meetings. But Connie has retired, and in fact, our workload in terms of zoning use permits is basically 90% what the 5-year average is. And that's noticeable when you're in the office. It looks like normal activity. Lori Busboom is our remaining zoning technician, and Lori is doing a super job like she always does. Zoning cases are about 50% of their 5-year average, so they have dived, although July had a tremendous increase in the month of July. I think things will, overall for 2020, I think our zoning cases will still definitely be down, but not down nearly so much as I predicted when I wrote our 2021 budget. The month of July is going to make a big difference on that, but zoning cases are down. We think we can get by without replacing Connie in the immediate term. I would hope to have her replaced before our workload gets back to a normal level on all fronts. Talking with Lori, who really, being at the counter and answering all those calls, she has a good grasp of how things are going. We're thinking maybe we could go as late as replacing Connie in the early 2021. But if things pick up before then, we'll probably try to replace her before then. But currently, I think we can get by without having the cost of that additional employee. And I can just keep the committee updated as far as that goes. I'm not aware of any hiring freeze, but I'm sensitive to the fact that a lot of our workload is down, and as long as we can get by with our current staff, we will.
Go ahead, Stephanie.
So John, first of all, thanks for that. I really appreciate it. I know y'all run a really tight ship over there as it is, and the work you do, the volume of work you do with the staff you have is really impressive. So thanks for that. I'm guessing since she is retiring and you're not filling the position right away, I know sometimes when we have retirements, especially of longtime employees, that we sometimes have to come back to the board for like a benefits payout kind of thing at the end of the year, but it probably sounds like we're not going to have to do that. But again, I appreciate you trying to hold off on hiring the person, but I also want to make sure that you don't get into a situation where the day-to-day operation becomes untenable. So thanks for letting us know and keep us informed.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Any further discussion?
Oh,
Yes, thank you, John, for that update. Yep.
yeah, Eric here.
Oh, go ahead,
I just
Eric.
wanted to say, the whole time I was on ZBA, Connie was one of those fundamental staffers. So I'm glad to see that she's retired successfully from a long career, and I hope she's having a great time. And I too appreciate that you're going to try to manage for now, but I echo Stephanie's caution. If it looks like you're starting to get underwater, then certainly let the board know. Thank you, John, and good wishes to Connie.
Yeah, good wishes.
Further discussion. Seeing none, we will then move on to item 8, new business items to be recommended to the county board. We have A, resolution approving the application for, and if awarded, acceptance of a hazard mitigation grant program grant from Illinois Emergency Management Agency. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Thorsland. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, I see Connie. Ms. Dillard Myers, she's raising her hand. That works. This is a small enough meeting I can see everybody pretty quick. Okay. Ms. Monty, you want to go ahead and
Sure.
fill us in on this?
This is a hazard mitigation grant program request grant from the Illinois EMA. It was suggested that we apply for this grant. John Dwyer of the EMA office identified one of the mitigation actions in our Champaign County multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan, and he sees an opportunity to purchase 100 hazard radios, all hazard radios, and distribute those to outlying areas of the county beyond the signal of the radio signal, or beyond the siren, certainly. And so this is a $2,653 request. It's a 25% cost share. The sheriff's office will contribute $500 toward that cost share, and my time, about 4.5 hours or so comprises the other part of the cost share. So this is due in August, mid-August, and we were requested to put the application in by IEMA after submitting a pre-application. So we've been cleared to submit an application.
Thank you. Discussion on this. Seeing none. We ready to take a roll call vote, looks like. So I'll go ahead and ask for the roll to be called, please. Ms. Ward.
Forsland,
Yes.
Dillard Myers,
Yes.
Hurtado,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Esri.
Yes. Okay, that passed unanimously. Thank you. We are then on to B, resolution approving the application for, and if awarded, acceptance of Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority Restore, Reinvest, and Renew R3 program grant. Is there a motion for this? Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Thorsland moved, Mr. Goss seconded. Ms. Monty, would you care to
Yeah.
go ahead and fill us in on this, please?
First, I'll mention that if you hadn't had a chance to look up where this is from, these funds are from the recent sales of cannabis, and the 25% of those profits need to be spent toward a public purpose identified in this grant program. And so it was a short term, I found out about it suddenly, and the deadline was July 20th, and I've been searching for a program collection site to replace the twice yearly parking lot experience that we have at Parkland College, and to provide a higher level of convenience and public safety to our residents and citizens to collect e-waste. So instead of just having 2 days a year, this would be a part-time program collection site, open maybe 8 hours a week, perhaps maybe 12 hours a week. If you recall, the program that the county opts in to participate in each year through the state for e-waste collection, it's a program that's 2/3 costs taken care of by the e-waste manufacturers that do business in Illinois. So the costs to run a program collection site at the county are similar to the costs to hold the one-day collections. We just need to operate the site, essentially. And so that's what I requested funds for, to lease a site in accordance with the grant parameters. And there's no obligation to continue. If we do get a grant and want to stop participating for any reason, we can stop at any time. Probably there'll be a 30-day notice on the lease that we enter into, or a mutually agreeable way to back out of a lease if we need to. But this is a long shot, but I thought, wow, if we could get funds to lease a warehouse and to contract with part-time persons to operate this place, this would be awesome. So that's what this is. We'll find out toward the end of the month whether this gets approved. So that's a snapshot of what this is.
Thank you, Susan. Discussion on this.
Hey, Steph,
Go ahead, Stephanie.
Just a big thanks for being proactive on this. So thanks, Susan.
Yes, thank you. Kyle, did you have something? Okay, I thought I saw you raise your hand. Sorry. No problem. No further discussion. Okay, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call. Go ahead, Mary, please.
Don't we need a
Forsland?
motion? Yes.
Dillard Myers,
Yes.
Furtado,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Esri.
Oh, come on, unmute. There we go. Yes. Thank you. That passed unanimously. Okay, we are to C. I believe Mr. Thorsland has the motion to read.
I move that we enter into executive session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C6 to consider the setting of a price for lease or sale of property owned by Champaign County. I further move that the following individuals remain present in the room: Director of Zoning Administrator John Hall, Recording Secretary Mary Ward, and Information Technology Manager Tim Breen.
Thank you. Is there a second?
So moved.
Seconded by Ms. Furtado. Okay. Roll call, please.
Thorsland,
Yes.
Dillard Myers,
Yes.
Furtado,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes.
Esri.
Yes. Okay. So we'll have to just give Tim time to